Crumpets Espresso. Crumpets Espresso.
Hey guys, this is the Garlic Bread Warlord Nick Leafy, and it is Crumpets Espresso, Reindeer,
Eggnog.
dreidels, menorahs, and Christmas trees and all that mess. I hope you guys are getting ready for the wonderful holiday season that's coming around, and soccer is not stopping. Not yet, anyway. All right? Just buckle up, because it's all dialing up as we go into the January transfer window, and who will be in a position to be making some moves, who will need to make a panic move in order to stay afloat. Well, these are questions that we're going to have to answer coming down the pike. But for right now, just remember that Juve versus Sampdoria, that took place on Wednesday. Juve won 2-1. That catapults them to the top of the table. And meanwhile, that means that Inter is now put into theoretically, a must-win situation versus Genoa. So this game could be one that would be maybe a little tighter than people expect. If Inter comes out and they're a little nervous and they play a little tight and they come out with a draw, well, Juve finally gets that daylight that they've been looking for all season over a resurgent Inter Milan side. So the Inter versus Genoa is going to be tomorrow at Saturday at 12 p.m., You have Sassuolo and Napoli. That's my other game of the week for Serie A. Gattuso taking over against. He's going to be taking over Napoli, right? So there's been some struggles for Napoli, but they are taking on Sassuolo Sunday at 2:45. Sassuolo is a dangerous team. If Napoli goes to sleep here, it could be very, very bad for them. And De Laurentiis, I mean, he's going to catch a ton of heat. So best of luck to my boy Gattuso, man. I hope he gets it done. Napoli, we need them at the top of the table. Serie A is far more exciting when De Laurentiis has a say in the matter. But meanwhile, it's Juve at the top with 42 points. Inter with 39, Lazio with 36, and Roma with 35. So it is an exciting Serie A season so far. If we can get the racism crap to the side, well, maybe something good can happen here. One game that is happening right now is Roma and Fiorentina. That's happening as we speak right now. It is 2-1 Roma, but Fiorentina's in a bad way right now. They are winless in their last 5. They've had 4 losses and a draw. So Fiorentina really needs to do something to try to stay out of the relegation zone. Now, right now they're sitting at 14th with 17 points, and then you drop 2 or 3 points here and there, and you're having a radically different conversation for Rocco Camiso's team. This is not what Kevin Prince Boateng and Franck Ribéry signed up for. Franck Ribéry, remember, he's out. He's injured. Hopefully hopefully gets back. We need Franck in the game, man. Franck's a lot of fun. I enjoy that he's really embraced the city of Florence the way he has. Meanwhile, going over to La Liga, it's an exciting year. Huh? It's an exciting year. Barcelona, Real Madrid at the top. Okay, that's fine. 36 points apiece. They're always going to be tight. We know that's the case. But you have Sevilla creeping around, 31 points in third, and Getafe at 30 points in fourth. Atleti, 29 points in fifth. I really need Getafe and Atleti to try to keep the heat on, to make this race really exciting. I do not want Barcelona and Real Madrid to run away with this thing. La Liga needs, honestly, they really need a tight race without Ronaldo there to be the counterpoint for Messi and Barcelona. You really need that. I don't care. Like, Real Madrid's not the same without Ronaldo. I personally do not like Ronaldo, but you cannot deny the fact that Real Madrid, there just seems to be a little bit of just buzzkill right now with Real Madrid. Great that they're in second place, but I don't know. The sizzle's not there for me. I mean, feel free to send me your hate mail. That's fine, but it just doesn't seem to be that exciting to me right at the moment. But it could change. So let's go to the La Liga games of the week. Barcelona, of course, they're must-see TV. That back line is must-see TV because it's such a disaster. But that's Saturday at 10 a.m. Real Madrid takes on Bilbao at Sunday at 3 p.m. And so Getafe takes on Villarreal at Saturday at 12:30. You can catch those on BN or on the Fanatis app. Fanatis, again, is a must-buy. Christmas is right around the corner. For your soccer-loving person in your life, you should sign up for Fanatis and just put that in the stocking. They will be thrilled. They get to watch Argentina Superliga. They get to watch, just phenomenal amounts of South American soccer, and they get to watch BN. So take that for what it is. It's pretty good value, too. You're going to get a lot of bang for your buck. Ligue 1 sucks. PSG, they're at the top with 42 points. Marseille's at 35. Don't care about that. What I do care about coming out of Ligue 1 is what is Patrick Vieira going to do? Patrick Vieira, he was in line for the Arsenal gig. That doesn't seem to be happening now that Arteta has been brought in. So what do we do about Mr. Vieira? So Patrick Vieira, could Patrick Vieira end up in Miami? And if so, can Miami qualify that as a big signing? I don't think so. We were expecting someone along the lines of Carlo Ancelotti. Nope. We were looking along the lines of somebody like Pochettino. Nope. You can't tell me that a guy who has already coached once in MLS for a team that did not win a title, that's a big hire. You can't tell me that. I'm sorry. I don't buy it. Not one bit. So if Patrick Vieira comes to Miami, that's all I got to say. You get a Larry David out of the deal. So that's all you're getting. You're getting one Larry David. I hope Miami does better than that. I really do. But I know it's not soccer over there, but I'm just saying, look, it all feeds in to the wonderful little world that we're living in. Keep in mind that the January transfer window, right around the corner. So there's going to be a ton of rumors going on. It is silly season. Have fun with it. There are a lot of people out there who are going to scream at you saying, oh, it's not done until the jersey's held up. It's not done until this. It's not done until that. Who cares? It's silly season. It's like recruiting season in college football, right? 4-star, 5-star recruit wants to go to school X. Why would, of course everybody's going to jump in on it. Everyone's going to dial in. It's red meat for the pack. I mean, whatever. Just enjoy it. You enjoy recruiting season. You enjoy signing day for college football. Enjoy silly season in January. Yes, it's more subdued than the summer, but for MLS fans, the January window is the window to watch. So, just be ready. Tweet at me. Let me know what you think what's going to happen in the transfer window. What are some things you're looking for? Players to move, things like that. You could hit me up at Nicolifi or at Sock over there. Look, I'm sorry I had to stutter there because Fiorentino almost scored an absolutely wonderful goal and blew it. You blew it. You blew it. God, come on, Fiorentino. We need this, man. We need you guys to be competitive. Anyway, you know what to do. At Nicolifi on Twitter or at Sock over there. Let me know what you guys are thinking. Would love to hear from you. Until then, buy those scarves, those Holding Midfielders Appreciation Society scarves. Great Christmas present, $20, right? And because it's Christmas right around the corner, we need to try to find a way to get you that. So, make some moves, baby. Let's get some things happening. Come out and see us at the Brew House. Pick up your scarf. Get Fanatis. Put that in the stocking. We're going to do big things coming up in 2020, all right? Big things. Much love to you guys. If I don't talk to you, if you don't listen to any of the shows between now and the new year, Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Happy Holidays. We love you guys. Thank you for tuning in. Jason, don't screw up my edit by putting in a bunch of crap.
It's Malakia. It's Malakia. 100% Malakia.
And you will respect my authority.
People want pure, unadulterated espresso, baby. Don't be tossing in a bunch of garbage here, right? I don't need that. All right, I don't need it. Crumpets Espresso, Yuletide, whatever. Thanks for listening. Mucho Euro, yo.
doing that traditional Scottish favourite, haggis.
Hey y'all, let's go ahead and jump in, crack open another Iron Brew, and let's take a trip north of the border to our favorite dysfunctional league that we can find. We'll check up on the Scottish League and see what's going on. Grab a meat pie, try and get warm. We're approaching the winter break for Scotland, so here's the thing. You get north, way up into Aberdeen district, not even that far in some cases, and sometimes even further north up into the Highlands. Yeah, it's basically permafrost in December and early January, so you're going to see a winter break in the Scottish League, so just expect that going forward. And we'll take a little bit of a break from that little hike in terms of game action, but for now, there's still game action. We're checking the top of the table. Celtic takes care of things this week with a 2-0 win. Looks like Rangers on their way to matching them as well. So that 2-point difference is still going to hold, and that's still what's going to be important right now. As it stands for Atlanta United fans, Aberdeen is the wrench right now in this league. It's the crazy draw they pulled against Rangers, where it looked like they were going to run off the field and come back and draw and probably should have won the game. That is the difference in this league right now. Because as you stand and look at it, hey, that draw against the fact that Celtic has kept stride is why Rangers is 2 points back. So that's where we sit with it. Everybody's getting a bit of a break before they go to European action, of course, but two Scottish teams going into football after Christmas, as they always call it. So we'll cross that bridge when we get to it later. We know that Rangers get Braga and Celtic get FC Copenhagen over in Denmark. We'll break those down as we get closer to them. As far as off-the-field things going on, I mean, it looks like Scotland might be going the way of VAR, y'all. We might get VAR. That's totally not going to be a bad thing. That's totally not going to be controversial. And thank goodness we didn't have a good thing we didn't have a game like a cup that was decided by a controversial call. That would, I'm sorry. Nope. I'm sorry. My producer's telling me there was a controversial goal that decided a cup game when Celtic beat Rangers a couple weeks ago, when Christopher Julien's goal when he was offside. Whoops. Not like that decided a trophy or anything. Oh, well. It looks like they're going to have this discussion, though, about bringing VAR into Scotland. That will certainly be interesting in a league that, through my experience personally, hasn't always been great about controlling the flow of the game and getting calls right in big moments. You always end up with the tabloids about who should be sent off, who shouldn't be sent off, who should have had a penalty, who should not have. I really do want to see how they implement VAR, and if it's going to be that really strict, English style we've seen, or is it more in the MLS direction? Where do they go with this? So we'll have to see how that shakes out, and we'll have to see how things unfold when the transfer window opens as well for all the teams up there. We're going to start seeing players get attached to moves to the big clubs. Might see some loan deals come through before it's all said and done. But as of right now, it's looking like we're just kind of stuck where it is, where everyone's holding serve. This weekend will be another big chance for Aberdeen, by the way, as we're going to stick with the Atlanta United angle here. We're getting another chance for Aberdeen to throw a wrench into everything as they play Celtic. And, Aberdeen goes in there and take some meat off the bone at Celtic. You can flip this thing around. Rangers could draw back level, could be up by a point by the end of the weekend. It's Aberdeen's chance here to kind of keep things going, get into that crucial third spot, and then beyond that, throw a wrench into all this and mess up Rangers or Celtics' chance at getting the league title. That's about it from Scotland right now. Let's head back south of the border. Let's head back to Italy. Let's head back wherever we have to go. Take care, y'all.
Crumpet.
Time to take a peek at what's going on from a juice box perspective, or however you wish to look at things, the week before Christmas when it comes to the festive fixture list. And let's start things off in the Premier League with the early game on Saturday morning, Everton and Arsenal. We all know that Mikel Arteta is taking over for Arsenal and Freddie Ljungberg eventually. And eventually, it's thought that Carlo Ancelotti will be taking over for Everton. Does Arsenal get the kind of new coach coming in bounce? Some folks aren't all that sold. Arsenal plus 148. Everton at plus 186 to start things off. So a lot of folks are looking draw. Personally, a lot of folks are thinking that there's going to be a lot of draws this upcoming weekend. You look at Aston Villa and Southampton. Now, this one's important for a bunch of different reasons. They're both at 15 points. Villa is ahead when it comes to goal difference at a -7 to a -18. But once again, folks are thinking draw here as well. But Villa is at plus 118, where Southampton is at plus 236 to win. So if you want to go lean to Villa, then that's what folks might be looking at when it comes to that particular game. Also on the board, you're looking at Bournemouth and Burnley. Bournemouth plus 119, Burnley at plus 241. So a lean toward Bournemouth here. And when you're looking at Bournemouth right now in 14th, Burnley in 12th, only 2 points separate the two. Not really looking at a lot of difference by the end of the weekend as you get toward festive fixtures. Brighton and Sheffield United, once again, Sheffield United, 7th place in the table. And Brighton right now at 13th, and you have 5 points separating them. Brighton actually is listed at plus 146, and Sheffield listed at plus 218. Once again, looking at a lot of draws as you're coming in toward the Boxing Day fixtures. No change in Newcastle, Crystal Palace as well. Newcastle at 22 points, 11th, and Crystal Palace at 9th at 23 points. You look at that one, plus 156 for Newcastle, plus 197 for Crystal Palace. Also on the board, you have Norwich and Wolves. Wolves 8th right now at 24 points. Norwich right now next to last at 12 points. Right now, you're looking at Wolves at plus 108, the closest thing to a win that we're having so far. Norwich listed at basically plus 250. Also on the 12:30 matchup, Manchester City and Leicester. That's your marquee game for your Saturday. 2 versus 3, Leicester at 39 points, Manchester City at 35 points. Manchester City, prohibitive, minus 235 favored here. Leicester at plus 636. So maybe you might want to put some December juice boxes looking in that direction. Then you look at the activity that's going to be on Sunday. 2 matches, Manchester United and Watford. Manchester United right now a favorite at minus 106. Watford at plus 298. Watford right now bottom of the table at 9 points on the board. And Manchester United right now in 6th at 25 points, ahead of Sheffield United by only 1 goal when it comes to goal difference. Then Tottenham and Chelsea, your late game on Sunday. It is 4 versus 5. Can Jose Mourinho bring the magic? Right now they're looking draw. Tottenham plus 154. And you're looking at plus 177 when it comes to Chelsea. In the Sky Bet Championship, as you're looking at other action that's going to be going on this weekend, you know, everything starts on Friday with Middlesbrough and Stoke, but you're looking at the table right now and automatic promotion spots. West Brom and Leeds far ahead of everybody else. Then it's a battle for the playoff picture because you look at 3 through, let's just say 10 or 11, and you're only looking at a separation of 4 points from Preston North End at 3. Brentford, Sheffield Wednesday, 36 points. Fulham, 35 on goal difference. They would be your 4 in the promotion playoff. Bristol City, 35. Nottingham Forest, 34 with Rovers. And Swansea at 34. Millwall's at 33. If you want to go down to 12th and Cardiff City, that's at 32. So you're looking at fixtures this particular weekend. Preston North End is the early game, and they take on Cardiff. Leeds is taking on Fulham. Leeds right now, they are an even money favorite to get the win. Nottingham Forest is away with a 7-4 look, possibly, and getting the Duke at Huddersfield. It's there at the bottom of the table. Hull City, prohibitive favorite at home against Birmingham. Luton and Swansea, a lot of folks are looking at Swansea as a lean there. Millwall, prohibitive favorite at home against Barnsley at basically at 17-20 odds, 0.8 to 1 if you're really looking for it. So 4 to 5 basically. Queen's Park Rangers looking to get the win against Charlton Athletic, 8 out of 13. Charlton Athletic a 4-1 underdog at home. Then Reading a slight favorite at home against Derby County. West Brom is 6-5 at home going up against Brentford. Sunday, Sheffield Wednesday, prohibitive favorite at home. Bristol City almost 3.5 to 1 away from home. Sheffield Wednesday, if you're looking at it, is 7 to 10. Then Monday Night Football in the championship, it is Blackburn, a 3 to 4 favorite at home, hosting Wigan. Wigan almost a 4 to 1 underdog on the road. So that's your look at the championship and your look at life in the Prem. We'll be back with more when it comes to looking at life around Crumpets and Espresso and Iron Brew and everything else going on
Eggnog.
in Jason's mind when it comes to December, right after this.
Aussie cafe-style scrambled eggs. You know, when you go in, you sit down, you've got your beautiful coffee, and then you've got these creamy, decadent, glistening eggs.
We'll talk about a glistening league we have not talked about yet on Crumpets, Espresso, Chilaquiles, Mate, Café con Leche, Brochin, Beans on Toast. Might be all the drops I have. I had to find a new one for this one. The A-League in Australia. Couple matches for you tonight. If you're catching this on Friday and you're looking for late night soccer action, you've got it on ESPN Plus with the two big matches of the weekend in the A-League. 10:45 p.m. Eastern tonight. It is Sydney FC on the road in New Zealand to face Wellington Phoenix. Sydney FC leading the league so far, 8 wins out of 9 matches. They have the co-Golden Boot leader, Adam Lefondre, formerly of Bolton Wanderers. He'll be looking to add to his 10 goals this season. Right after that one, you've got the Melbourne Derby, 1 a.m. Eastern on ESPN+. Melbourne City goes into the weekend, 5 points behind Sydney. It's been a slow start to the season for Melbourne. Victory, only 9 points out of 10 matches. But it's the Derby. You can throw the records out, as they say. The co-Golden Boot leader, along with Adam Lefondre, is Jamie McLaren of Melbourne City. He won the Golden Boot in 2017 with the Brisbane Roar. He is level with 10 goals on the season. Can he get one in the Derby? Find out tonight. Kickoff at 1 a.m. Eastern Time on the Plus.
Brötchen.
Let's head to Germany, where it's the final match week before the winter break starts. We have RB Leipzig, who has moved into the top spot alongside Mönchengladbach, but Leipzig has the far better goal differential. The weekend's already started, and as we record, Borussia Dortmund blew a big opportunity to pull to within a point of the leaders.
You blew it!
They were on the road this afternoon in Hoffenheim. They took the lead in the 17th minute, Mario Götze, but 2 goals in the final 12 minutes from Hoffenheim, and Hoffenheim gets the win, 2-1. That moves Hoffenheim, as we go into the weekend, into the number 6 spot on 27 points, 7 points behind Leipzig and Mönchengladbach. Bayern and Dortmund are on 30. Bayern has the game in hand, obviously, as Dortmund's already got the weekend started. Schalke is on 29 points. You look at the matches this weekend and the ones that grab your attention. Let's start with Leipzig. They are at home tomorrow against Augsburg. Big opportunity for Leipzig to continue this season that's been somewhat magical for them. Augsburg, though, you've got a team that has won their last 3 matches. They've won 4 out of their last 5. It's going to be down to Timo Werner for Leipzig. Scored twice to take his overall number for the season to 18 as they had the big comeback against Borussia Dortmund. Let's look at Mönchengladbach, who's at the top on points with Leipzig. They have to go on the road to face Jurgen Klinsmann's Hertha Berlin. Hertha has won their last 2 matches. Klinsmann has had a bit of a resurgence with Hertha Berlin, and maybe they can pull the upset. Everybody keeps waiting for Mönchengladbach to fall backwards, to slip, with Bayern looming, with Dortmund, who we thought was looming, not so much, with the new powerhouse in RB Leipzig. Mönchengladbach hanging around. They just keep hanging around. They've had the best defense of the top teams in the league. Can that continue? We will find out. Other matches to keep an eye on tomorrow morning, 9:30. Bayern Munich and Wolfsburg. Schalke hosts Freiburg, also at 9:30 tomorrow. Mainz and Bayer Leverkusen. That Hertha Mönchengladbach game is at 12:30 tomorrow. The final 2 matches of 2019 in the Bundesliga will be on Sunday, 9:30. Fortuna Düsseldorf hosts Union Berlin, and Paderborn hosts Eintracht Frankfurt at noon on Sunday. The Bundesliga will be off until January 17th when Schalke hosts Mönchengladbach to kick off the second half of the season. Many Bundesliga teams will be doing some extended mid-season training camps. Quite a few of them will be in the United States. Eintracht Frankfurt will be in Tampa. They're playing at the home of the Tampa Bay Rowdies, Al Lang Stadium. So you'll be able to catch your favorite Bundesliga teams in action during the break. But league play, this is it for the Bundesliga for 2019.
Because I'm going to be cooking up and eating something I've never had before, beans on toast. It's an English classic.
Big game of the weekend, though, is in the Club World Cup, Liverpool and Flamengo. Both teams struggled a little bit in the semifinals, but both came good in the second half. For Liverpool, it took them to stoppage time right after the 90-minute mark before Roberto Firmino gave them the 2-1 win over Monterrey. Flamengo had to overcome Al Hilal in that semifinal. They won 3-1. Flamengo only 1 loss in their last 31 matches in all competitions. It's insane. It was a meaningless loss, too. It was a meaningless league match at Santos after the league championship had already been ensured before they headed to Qatar for the Club World Cup. This isn't the first meeting of Liverpool and Flamengo as representatives of their regions. Remember the old Intercontinental Cup? It was the winner of the Champions Cup in Europe and the winner of the Copa Libertadores in South America. And it was a one-off, and it was, I think, either always or usually held in Tokyo. 1981, Flamengo beat Liverpool 3-0. Zico on the field for Flamengo, Brazilian legend. 62,000 fans in the stands at Tokyo's National Stadium. So Liverpool wants a little bit of revenge. They also want their first ever Club World Cup. They lost in the final in 2005 to Sao Paulo of Brazil. Will they be able to get it? They are the favorite by a pretty wide margin. To win the trophy, Liverpool is at minus 325, according to most of your juice box outlets. Flamengo is at plus 250. To win in regulation, Liverpool minus 169, Flamengo plus 400. Do not underestimate this Flamengo team. There's Gabigol, there's Bruno Henrique. A lot of talent, a lot of confidence in Jorge Jesus's group. You saw how they handled the Libertadores final, where they were dominated, where River Plate was basically inscribing their name on the trophy, and Gabigol slapped them back down into their seats. Flamengo will not come in awe of Liverpool. This should be a really fun match, maybe one of the best matchups in a Club World Cup final that we've seen in quite a while. These are the types of matches that this competition needs, and if FIFA's going to expand it and have it every 4 years and try to make it an even bigger deal, and they're saying they've got bids from all kinds of sponsors and different groups that want to take this thing to the next level, well, a big final, and a big final that we're all talking about, would be massive. we'll see if that happens. I know we'll be talking about it on Monday at Soccer Over There, live at the Brewhouse Cafe from 6 to 8 p.m. It is December 23rd on Monday. It will be a chance for many of you, the kids are not in school, come out early. You might be off work. You might be able to get off work early. That might be your last day of work for a few days. Come hang out with us at the Brewhouse Cafe. Sample the wonderful menu that they have. We'll talk a lot about this Club World Cup final. We'll talk about what happens around the world this weekend. We might even give you the update on the A-League and what happens in Australia. We will get you set for the Liga MX final that starts on the 26th, Boxing Day. We'll also look towards Boxing Day, which will be a huge day around the Premier League and the rest of England. All that's coming up on Monday. Thank you so much for listening. If you have questions, if you have comments, if you have leagues you want us to cover, if you have things that we got wrong, let us know on Twitter at SockOverThere. Talk to y'all on Monday.
Crumpets Espresso.